Hey everyone, welcome back to Alf's Mustang Garage. Today we're back on our 67 coupe restoration. We are making it a roller. We got suspension going on. We're gonna make her a roller. That's just kind of where we're at. Engine bay's painted, metal work's done. So we are doing lower control arms today. We just got done doing the coil springs and upper control arms. Now we're going to show you how to do the lower control arms. That is the sole focal point of this video. If you're about to go through a restoration or just a general repair on stuff that's wore out on your classic Mustang, ordering the right part that fits can be overwhelming. So let me try and help you out with that. ACP All Classic Parts has been manufacturing reproduction parts for these classic Mustangs and other Fords for 35 years. We've been installing their parts on our client cars since we started back in 2018. I can tell you that they fit, they're high quality, they stand behind their product, and what more could you ask for? So whether it's suspension, steering, radiators, engine brackets, oil pans, interior stuff. You'll probably be surprised as to how many things they're manufacturing. Jump on their website, check them out. I highly recommend ACP parts for your nice daily driving cruiser that you're building or just trying to keep on the road and out of the garage. Okay, so this is a 67, so it's kind of cool because in 67 they started making the lower control arms adjustable with what they call eccentric cam bolts. Okay, so as you turn that, it's going to position the control arm in or out, right? Makes it a little easier for alignment time. So, okay, let's go ahead and throw her right in.
Complicated install.
Yeah. So normally it goes in a little easier than that. The reason why it's difficult, this whole shock tower is Dynacorn. Not saying that it's wrong, it's just when you have
It's brand new.
When you have it all new, and it is aftermarket, so it's not gonna be perfect. That's just, you know, the world that we live in. Nothing is perfect. So I'm just happy that we have replacement stuff available at our fingertips, you know. Yeah, it's not gonna be perfect, but you know, it's gonna make it a lot easier to keep these Mustangs on the road. So, yeah, a little bit of massaging, no problem. There you go. Got the holes lined up right there. There we go. Bolts all the way through. There you go.
Helps with not being moved around.
Right.
Okay.
Wow. Well, that's a control arm. In your kit, you're gonna get a little grease zerk. You're gonna get a castle nut with a pin. So here's the only thing you wanna be aware of. This hole that's drilled into these ball joints, it seems like the replacement ball joints, no matter where you get them from, they're drilling the hole too deep. So when you have your spindle in place and you go to put your castle nut on with a cotter pin through this hole, it's like too deep. And And so you have to kind of like slot out the slots here on the castle nut. You can see how we've already done that on this. So that's kind of what you have to do in order to safely install the castle nut and a cotter pin. So you're done, right? You can just like torque that sucker down and she's done?
No.
No, okay. Why don't you want to do that? If you have this down like this and you tighten this, that rubber is not meant to pivot like the upper control arm. The upper control arm shaft, that's designed to pivot, okay? This is designed to have flex, but it's not designed to pivot massively like this, right? So you want to get the spindle in place, and that's kind of like its natural rest point, and then you want to torque this down.
Correct.
And even like an argument's be made, like I don't even torque it down because it's just like, just put it on there tight because this thing has to be aligned anyways. So like just put it on there, snug it up by hand, and then it's ready for alignment. So, okay, spindle time. So these are the original spindles that are just been sandblasted and repainted. So that goes on slick and easy for the upper ball joint. And then the lower also goes on slick and easy. Perfect. Just like that. Okay, so from here we're gonna tighten, cotter pin, grease zerk we already put in, give her a little bit of grease, and then you can build your brakes off that. This lower control arm for now is done, okay? We're leaving this loose because it needs to be aligned. We're not torquing it down. These here, you're gonna look in your service manual that I'm gonna advise that you purchase or access or look up your torque specs so that you can go through and torque these properly. And you gotta line up the slot with the hole in the stud of the ball joint. Put a cotter pin in, put a cotter pin in, give her some grease, give her some grease. And then your front suspension is essentially built. From here, we're gonna be putting on some disc brakes. It's also a good idea to leave this kind of loose like this because it makes it a lot easier to install these, which are the strut rods. You're gonna have a strut rod that mounts here and bolts to the lower control arm. All new bushings in there will be from ACP. And so that's essentially your suspension in a nutshell. Again, if it's helpful, if this is all helpful for you guys, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Those little things do go a long way when it comes to helping us to keep making videos, which are hopefully helpful for you guys. Links to the ACP parts will be in the descriptions so you can easily find ways to access those. So again, thank you as always, and we'll see you next time.